Hi everyone, my name is Madeline Suzuki and I'm here to open a discussion about the difference between grass and corn-fed cattle, as well as the pros and cons to each agricultural method. Conventional beef cattle farming generally adheres to a corn-based diet due to the lower cost and reduced spatial use. However, in recent years, farmers have been searching for a more sustainable method of farming, which brought about the increase in grass-fed beef cattle. Now you may be asking yourself, well, is one really more beneficial to the environment than the other? Does one really have a smaller environmental footprint than the other? Am I going to notice a significant difference in my health if I choose corn-fed beef versus over grass-fed, or vice versa? In truth, there are pros and cons to both methods, and plenty of discoveries still being made in the health industry about proper meat consumption. First, we will take a look at grass-fed beef cattle industry. Grass-fed cattle grows at a slower rate than corn-fed due to a lower energy feed material and slower eating rate. To an industry professional, this is a negative because they want to rotate through as many cattle as possible as quickly as possible. But to the environmentalist consumer, the cows have space to roam and be happy, which makes all the difference. In addition, your pro-corn cattle farmers believe that grazing is a waste of land that could be used to grow more corn. This additional land use for corn production results in severe nutrient depletion of the soil due to monocropping, growing only one crop, again leading back to the pro-grass side of the argument. NPR reporter Allison Aubrey takes a look with us at the potential health benefits of grass-fed beef. Today in grocery stores, it is constantly pushed that grass-fed beef is higher quality and better for you. But is it really? Forrest Pritchard, a farmer from Virginia, says that grass-fed beef may be tougher and have more varied flavor than corn-fed beef. This is a result of the greater muscle tone that grass-fed cows possess over corn-fed cows due to increased exercise from walking around pastures. This seems to be neither a pro nor a con, simply a matter of taste preference. In addition to taste, grass-fed beef may have twice as many omega-3s as corn-fed beef and is often leaner, meaning it provides heart health benefits and is lower in fat. Now let's take a look at the corn-fed side of the debate. Corn-based cattle productions could argue that their cows take up less space than grass-fed beef and therefore have a smaller environmental impact. That being said, there's an exponentially larger amount of energy that goes into producing corn feed, including massive fields to grow the crop. So does it really take up less space at the end of the day? According to Jude Caper, an animal scientist at University of Washington, corn-fed cattle produced 1/3 of the methane that grass-fed cattle produce as a result of their shortened lifespan. From an environmentalist perspective, there is ongoing concern about the concentration of waste in corn-fed cattle productions. Having 12,000-pound animals crammed together results in waste lagoons, which pose a threat to aquatic life and the surrounding productions. As I mentioned above, corn-fed cattle tend to be higher in fat as a result of the speed feeding and lack of exercise. They are also more commonly injected with hormones in comparison to grass-fed beef. Although this does not pose a direct threat to human health, it often makes people uneasy thinking about consuming a product that has been injected with chemicals. These hormones make cattle more prone to disease, and eating bad meat can get humans sick. There have even been several studies that demonstrate changes in offspring from parents consuming corn-fed beef, such as early sexual maturation. However, it is definitely something to get parents' attention. Now you have both sides of the story. It is up to you to go out and make an educated decision about your choice of meat consumption. Personally, I chose to cut out red meat entirely. In America, the corn-fed cattle industry is much larger than the grass-fed cattle production, making it difficult to find red meat that is sustainably sourced and not $1 million per pound. I chose to protest the entire industry because, as you've heard already, regardless of grass or corn feed, cows produce a lot of waste and take up a lot of land that we could be using for more efficient agricultural productions. Regardless of the decision you make about meat consumption, make sure it's an educated one. Do your reading. Talk to your local farmers. Worse than consuming beef itself is being an uneducated consumer. Stay educated about issues like this one so that you can make the best decision for your health and the environment. Thanks for listening.